Want to grow your money without wasting a cent? We're putting Stash, Acorns, and Robinhood head to head. We'll expose the fee traps and reveal which app makes investing easiest so you can keep more of your returns and reduce uncertainty. Alright, when I decide on any financial app, I don't just look at the ads or the homepage promises. I go straight to the user reviews. So I spent hours digging through forums and app stores to see what people are really saying about Stash and Acorns and Robinhood, with extra attention on the negative reviews because they show you the potential pitfalls, right? And with Robinhood, I found one user who was seriously frustrated, saying that his account got frozen right after he deposited money and completed his verification. Now, that sounds alarming, right? Nobody wants their money locked up. But from my findings, this seems to be a pretty rare case. Robinhood has a massive user base, and when you look at its overall rating, which is quite high, most people aren't reporting this kind of thing. It's often tied to specific security checks or verification hiccups that usually get resolved. The vast majority of reviews are consistently positive. In fact, one user raved about Robinhood's interface, calling it the best out there and crediting it for starting the whole zero commission trend thing. Another investor said that they use it for quick market checkups because it's just so easy to use, even though they keep their main investments elsewhere. So, while that one negative experience is valid, it doesn't seem to be the norm, that's for sure. And then there's Stash. So I came across this review where someone felt that Stash's stock offerings were limited compared to the others, and he thought that the trading sign-up process asked for too much of his private info, even suggesting that Robinhood was better compared to it. So I get that. The sign-up process on Stash is more thorough, but that's also because it's designed to give you a more personalized, beginner-friendly experience and advice, not just a list of stocks to trade. And that more careful approach is exactly why so many users also absolutely love it. I read reviews from people who have been with Stash for over 5 years, raving about the absolutely amazing customer service, the stock back rewards on their debit card, and the educational content that made them confident investors in the first place. There's even this investor who highlighted how Stash makes investing easy and automatic, with small amounts adding up quickly without you even noticing. That's especially useful if you're starting small. The depth that one user saw as a hurdle, another sees as the entire value proposition in the first place. And then there's Acorns. This one had a user who found the app easy to use initially, but hit a wall when he tried to set up weekly contributions. His account got flagged and suspended, asking for more info suddenly, which felt backward to him. Okay, yeah, that's also a frustrating experience, no doubt. But looking at the bigger picture too, this also appears to be an outlier. Acorns is built entirely around automation, so their security might be extra cautious when setting up recurring transfers to protect you. And overwhelmingly, the majority of reviews again tell a different story. One user said that Acorns is simply a way to automatically save and invest, and he recommends it for beginners. Another user said that he's been saving for retirement with Acorns while learning the basics of investing, and he loves it. That tells me that Acorns really connects with people who want hands-off investing. So when you look at Stash versus Acorns versus Robinhood through the lens of user reviews, each has some occasional complaints, but they are all highly rated for a reason, and they all do different things. But where do these apps truly earn their keep? I think this is where the differences in Stash investing versus Acorns investing versus Robinhood investing become crystal clear. Starting with Robinhood, most people think of Robinhood as just the trading app, right? But when I tested it, I realized it's way more. They now have Robinhood banking with FDIC insured checking and high yield savings accounts. I used it to manage bills and just access my paycheck early, which makes day to day money management really straightforward. The Robinhood spending account pairs with a Robinhood cash card, which means that your investing app also works like your bank. That's a level of integration that you don't usually see. And then there's Robinhood Legend. This is their advanced trading platform. I tested it on desktop, and the ability to set up custom layouts, trade straight from a chart, and move between options and stocks in seconds makes it feel like a pro tool. It's a huge step up from the basic mobile trading layout. They also offer Robinhood strategies, where their investment team builds portfolios for you based on your goals and risk. That's a smart option for people who want to invest but don't want to spend hours choosing assets. And let's not forget the Robinhood Wallet and Robinhood Connect, too. I tried out Robinhood Wallet, and it gives you full control of your crypto, private keys and all. Combine that with Robinhood Connect, which lets you trade crypto right from other apps, and suddenly Robinhood isn't just this plain stock trading app anymore. It's evolving into this all-in-one financial hub. Now, Stash takes a completely different approach. Its entire philosophy here is about teaching you to invest while you do it. So I tried fractional shares through Stash, and I could literally buy into big names like Apple or Tesla with just a few dollars. That lowers the barrier completely. And AutoStash takes it even further. I set it to pull in small amounts weekly, and I barely even noticed the money leaving my account. But when I checked back later, it had built up into real investments. That automation keeps you consistent without even thinking about it. What really impressed me, though, was the smart portfolios. Stash's team builds and replaces them for you, so you don't even have to second guess. It felt like a safety net. Like, even when the markets moved, I knew my portfolio was being managed safely. And on top of that, Stash has custodial accounts for kids too. Like, I tested setting one up, and it was very simple to open. You just start investing with like $5 for your kids' future, teaching them about money while actually giving them a financial head start. And for people who want even more, Stash Plus offers family features and perks that go way beyond the basics. Like for me, Stash feels like an app built for families and long-term savers. And then there's Acorns. So this app lives up to its name by helping you grow wealth from these really tiny amounts. The roundups feature stood out to me. I could just link my debit card. I bought some coffee, basically, and Acorns automatically rounded it up to the nearest dollar and invested the change. On average, users invest like $44 a month without even noticing. That's what makes Acorns unique. It builds investing into everyday life. Like, they've now combined this with Acorns checking and the Mighty Oak debit card, and that puts investing at the center of your everyday spending while having these extra choices too. They also have Acorns Early, which is a custodial account for your children. Acorns is purely for the person who knows they should invest, but knows that they also won't remember to do it manually, so it works silently in the background. And Acorns also adds value with referral bonuses. Like, I saw one promo where you can earn extra investment cash just for inviting friends. It's small stuff that adds up really quickly. Now, are these apps perfect or anything? No. Like, each comes with trade-offs and their own quirkiness, right? Like Robinhood sometimes gets criticized for being too simple for complex traders, but then they launch Legend, which more than solves that issue, I think, now. And Stash doesn't have every stock on the market, but honestly, that's also by design. Like, it helps beginners stay more focused instead of drowning in options. Acorns does charge a monthly fee, which is pretty small. Some people complain about it, but when you see how much it automates for you, and if you make more money using the tool, that trade-off feels more like paying for convenience. In my experience, these so-called downsides are pretty minor compared to what you actually get. And when it comes to cost, Robinhood is famously free to trade stocks and crypto on, though you might pay for advanced features like Robinhood Gold. Stash has affordable plans that start small and scale up if you want perks like Stash Plus, and Acorns charges this monthly fee that covers all of its automation and family features. To me, all three of these are really reasonably priced given what they deliver, especially free stuff, right? For their latest pricing, promos, and discounts, just check the link in the description. We'll keep that updated so that you don't miss out. So here's the bottom line. Robinhood gives you control, Stash teaches and guides you, and Acorns makes investing effortless. Which one will actually grow your wealth? Well, that depends on your style and what you prefer. But for the best combination of education, ease, and long-term growth potential, I think Stash might give you the best, strongest foundation for that. But again, it's up to you. It's the one I'd recommend to most people starting their investing journey. But if you want even more hands-off, you can try Acorns, right? Just check the links in the description to get started with our special discount and coupon.